Welcome back, guys. We've got a update for you. Let me flip you around. So Will and Joel worked on getting all of our window girts reattached. So we have all of these guys all the way reattached to the windows. So I got that done. And then Eric and I were working on getting these beams on. So we got 1 and 2. Will and I are working on 3, and then we'll get that 4th one up. So that's the update right now. I'll do a little time lapse for you for this next one so you can see it go up. Hey everybody, so I'm going to interject into this video right here because I'm going to explain a little bit. This time lapse that I did, my phone died before we got finished, so that's why the time lapse just cuts off. And then I went to go find the footage from the next day and didn't have any. Got to thinking, never recorded anything that day. But you didn't miss much. All I did that day was anchor the garage door post in place, made sure all of those were in their final spots, squared them up with the concrete, drilled the hole, anchored them down. Do apologize, failed you on that day. So just wanted to chime in real quick and tell you why there seems to be a gap from the time lapse to where we are now. So I'll start the video back now. Back here on another Saturday morning, about to get started. So I have one slight problem that I'm not sure is really a problem, but it's not matching what everything else is. So I'll climb the ladder and show you. It's on one of these pieces that we put up last week. Okay, so you have this piece and this piece. So this is your eave purlin, and this is your outrigger eave purlin. And if you look straight down this one, you'll see right down there, it doesn't sit right there. The reason being is we had to cut that one. That was a single outrigger. See how this has two outriggers? That one down there is just one outrigger. So being that it's only one, we had to cut it and then bend it. And so right now what it's got is we have it cut and bent. However, if it's sitting like this, it's sitting like that when it needs to sit more like this. So I think I have a solution for that. It's just going to require bending it back, making another cut, and then bending it back again. But basically offsetting the cut. So right now I did 5 inches back, did a cut on top and bottom. But basically what I think I need to do is leave the cut on the bottom at 5 inches, but then go like 7 inches on the top. That way, if we're like this, now we're gonna be the cut. It's gonna be like that, which then should hold the top further back, which would allow, it's hard to show you, which would allow, so right now that piece is sitting like this would allow that top to rotate in more, which would bring the bottom out, which then would match the rest of them. That's my thought, but I can't do that by myself. So right now I'm gonna start on doing the doors. I'm gonna get the doors put together, door frames, and get those ready to be installed and go from there. So I'll show you a couple videos of that. So I've got another interjection here. Apparently I did not record anything when I was doing the door either. I fought that door all day long. That door sucked, but we eventually got it. You'll see it here in just a second, but I apologize. Did not record any of the process of getting that door installed, but I know I started recording the process of the other doors, so you can get a better glance at the install for that one. Pretty much the same for the other one. Just hopefully this one goes smoother because I've done it once now. But sorry about that. I told you I'd show you some stuff of the door, and then I didn't. And you just jumped to the next video. Sorry. What's up, everybody? Freaking welcome to Arkansas. Yesterday was 70-something degrees. Today it's 40 and it's gonna get colder. But we did get some good stuff done yesterday. It took longer than I wanted it to. This door kicked our butt. And then the correction we needed to make kicked our butt. But we've got 3 more corrections to make on the upper pieces. I'll show you what we did, and I'll show you what we're gonna do today to help make that process go faster. I made a wrong cut in the wrong direction, which hindered us, which hopefully will be not a problem today. But I'll show you the door. There she is. Now, for whatever reason, I don't have any door hinges and door handles. Sorry. So I'm gonna have to go get some, but not bad. You know, we got a nice flush door here all the way down. We got a nice, oh, watch out, Bo. We got a nice door gap around the whole door. So, kicked our butt, but we got it. So now I'll climb up the ladder and I'll show you what we did to fix the other issue. Before I show you this, I know this looks janky, but this was the very first one that we did. So, all right, so you see all these cuts. You got a cut. So this cut, we realized we didn't cut it far enough back. This cut, we cut it far enough back, but we didn't cut it at the angle. Now, and then this was the angle cut. So what I mean by the angle, you can see we cut here at the top, but then about 2 inches different on the bottom. And what that did was allow this piece here to swing and be level with the ground. However, what happened is when we swung it, it then tilted downward. So what I was supposed to do was cut a smaller or bigger section, at the bottom and leave the top where it was. So what that would have done was swung it out and had it upward, but that's okay because this tip that would be sticking up would be cut off. So I'll try explain that a little better today. We've got 3 more of these to do, like I said, so I'll try to do what I can to show you that. I know I'm terrible about showing the process and just showing you updates, but that got us fixed. You know, this beam right here, it would come from there and then fold forward like this and then back as it went on. So now it's nice and straight through this intersection all the way down. And so now we're gonna start working on that far one down there. You can see how it bends forward there at the very tip. So that's exactly what this one was doing that we fixed. So I will do my best to show you some progress on that today. All right, so I'll give you a quick show of what I've got done so far. So what I have to do is I have to build the door frame, put it kind of where I want it, and then I have to measure from center of pole to the top, cut that piece. Center of pole to top. That's what I'm working on here. I accidentally, don't know what I was thinking, missed it by 1.5 inches, but that's okay. So cut it, and then it comes, I'll show you how this one fits. You see it kind of fits inside this little channel here on that side, fits inside of it. So slowly but surely we'll get there. All right, so quick update on what we're doing. The original plan did not work. So what I originally did on the other side, this is another side, is we left this cut alone and then basically made this cut at the bottom so that it did like this. And that, when we bent it, that did what we thought of bending it upward. However, it kept this piece still leaning forward because the top was not pulled back enough. So now what we've gone back to is we're just doing a straight cut, but we're matching this piece to whatever that was over there on that side to make it nice and square. So it was 7 inches from this back piece to here. So I measured 7 inches to give me 7 inches is right here. So we're doing a nice square cut. We'll get the top at 7 inches, and then we're just pulling the bottom out. We've got enough room here on this piece, you know, so that the bottom's like usually sitting somewhere out here to sit square. So that seems to have fixed it, so that these pieces that we had to cut this on is nice and square with the ground. So this is a headache, man. This was not, the instructions for this are not great. There's absolutely nothing to tell you how to cut this. You know, do you cut it at an angle? Do you cut it square? How far to cut it back? You know, there's absolutely no instructions on how to do this, and this sucks. This is ultimately sucked, but we're working through it. So okay, so now you can see what we've done. We've made that extra cut, about, I don't know, it's about 3/4 of an inch or an inch or so that we needed to go extra. So now we are 7 inches, which matches that end. So now the top is nice and square, and then all we did was stick a level here and pull the bottom out wherever we needed to. Got 2 screws into it. So you can see how the bottom kind of hangs out. You know, this channel right here is 3 inches, so you can see that, I don't know, we got 2 inches or so. It's about an inch and a half off of that, so had plenty of room. So that has been the best method so far, is to just keep that a square cut and make the bottom fit. So now these line up nice and square. So now we just gotta go down there and fix that one. You can see it's bowed out. So getting there. Just in case you guys are wondering how we get these bent, I use 2 clamps, some flat steel. So this is how I get it bent first. I have all my leverage out here on this end to bend it down this way, and then when I need it to keep going, I switch it over to this side. So now I'm gonna pull on it, which will bend it that way. So just a quick how we were doing it. So it gives myself, one person, enough leverage to bend it, because it's not easy to bend. So all right, so another problem that we were running into is when we'd bend this, we'd have our 7 inches here, but we'd have a little bulge right here which kept it from being 7 inches. So what I have to do is hit right here with a hammer so that it's nice and flat right there. And you can kind of see a little indent right there. And yeah, you can see right here. See how it comes around and then kind of like bulges out and then back. That's what it does on the top, and we can't have that on it. We don't care about it on the bottom. We just can't have it at the top. Top needs to be 7 inches. Bottom, we're gonna pull it out. So quick shout out to Mr. Jeffy over there. He's been helping me through the rain, weather, all kinds of garbage stuff. So appreciate you.
You're welcome.
All right, guys, so we're done for the day. Yet again, another rain out, but that's okay. We were planning on stopping around 5 anyways, start cooking for the Super Bowl. So we got all of these pieces that we were working on fixed. So they're all nice and straight now. I do have to revisit the very first one we did, just because we didn't have a good game plan. Now we know what to do, but it should just be as simple as loosening and then retightening the top. So not a big deal. Easy enough. I can probably do it by myself. I did start trying to frame the second door, but while I had my dad here, 2 hands, we got up there and did all of that. So that'll probably be where I pick up next to get that second door framed and in place for good. And we're getting there. Slowly trucking, but we're getting there. But that's going to be it for this video. So we'll have a finished shop eventually. So I appreciate you guys. That's it for now. Peace.